Hey guys, good morning. This is kind of an in-between the videos video, so I'm going to give you I guess a glimpse inside of what goes on around here. So without further ado, let's get to work. So a big part of what I do every morning is I come in here and I take some of these boxes and put some of this stuff in it and ship it out to you guys. Figure we'd do a shipping montage right now. Well, to say this maker journey has been incredible would just be an understatement. I am so privileged to come out here each and every morning and pack orders for you guys. The support this community has shown us has been truly incredible. From tool holders going on a wall to an orbital sander being mounted upside down. I never thought this would take on like it has, and I'm so very thankful. So thank you guys so much. So usually I have products ready to go to pack orders, but sometimes I gotta actually make a couple of things on a non-production day. So that's what I'm doing now. So producing things on a non-production day, what exactly am I talking about? Well, I'll detail more about that here in a little while. Just gonna give you a quick little glimpse here of just how things go. And of course, we're cutting out some living hinge items for our living hinge collection. So while we're waiting for those things to cut, I'm actually gonna install something in the house. I didn't think I was gonna show this online, but hey, why not? It's day in the life. Let's go. Now what you're about to see is an experiment to replace something that you can commercially buy, okay? Just so you know. While that's cutting, basically this is a small TV. It's gonna go into one of our spare rooms. And the cool part is that I didn't think to film this part, but I made this kind of contraption here that will pivot, put it on the wall with a French cleat. It's really light. Made out of 1/4 inch material. Let's see if it works. Like I said before, you can buy these for pretty inexpensively, but I figured why not just try this? And would you look at that? It worked. It's not the most attractive thing on the planet, but it works pretty well. Got a small little hole here so I can put a set screw in once I got the angle just right. And yeah, I don't think it's gonna live here very long. I may upgrade to a metal support bracket, you never know. But for now, it's gonna work. Yeah, I guess it worked all right. All right, back to the shop. This is what a living hinge everyday carry tray looks like, I guess in raw form. Everything you can find on the website is gonna be down below if you wanna check the stuff out that you're seeing in this video. I'm not gonna go too on about it, but definitely the links are there if you wanna check it out. So this space I'm in is a 10 by 14 foot shed. Feels much smaller than that because everything comes out from the walls quite a bit, but it works well. And if you want to see a video about how it all came together, I'll link that down below as well. Turned out pretty nice. This is one of those prefabricated sheds that I then cladded in plywood and kind of made it work for this situation. Thought it turned out pretty nice. Definitely keeps me efficient and keeps things rolling for sure. You can see here I'm just packing up some things, and sometimes they don't go in the boxes like you just envisioned, and you got to kind of work around it just a bit, especially packing hard things like plywood and hats at the same time. That's when that pillow machine you just saw really comes in handy. Pretty cool stuff. So I said something about like a non-production day. I mean, sometimes I really just batch out things like crazy. I'll be in there at 5 in the morning and I'll run the CNC and laser all day until 5 o'clock at night. And then that's how I get kind of restocked up. But occasionally I'll run out of a couple little things and I'll have to go make them, and that's kind of what I'm doing now. So I'll bring you in the shop after we actually pack these up and kind of show you the chaos that it is right now that I really never show behind the scenes. So let's pack these up and I'll show you. So a couple of questions I get asked quite a bit. I'm going to go ahead and just answer here. The tape machine that you sometimes see is basically a adhesive back tape that is activated with a little bit of moisture. In fact, I actually run out of that tape here just now and have to reload it. It's a really handy device from Uline. I'm sure other places carry them, not sponsored at all, but it does make quick work of packaging up products. And also it's a really strong bond because the tape itself is reinforced with threads all throughout. Plus You can get these made at Sticker Mule or wherever else to put your own logo as well. And what shipping software am I using, and how do I do it so efficiently? Well, there's ShipStation, Pirate Ship, there's a bunch of those, but I got to give a nod to Shippo. Shippo has been unreal. It is seamless. I can ship a package out in a matter of just minutes, and they have great rates on shipping, along with a bunch of templates and functionality that you really don't know you need until you need it, right? So I definitely recommend them if you're going to get into this business. Why do you put so much effort into packaging? Well, because one, I believe it's the first opportunity you can make on a customer, and secondly, I just like it. No other reason. I just think it looks good, and I think it's the way to do it. Okay, so I'm sitting here editing this video, and I get an email from a gentleman who told me that the upside down sander holder mount, well, yeah, I didn't put the hardware in the package. Over 100 of these sold over the past week, and this is my biggest fear. And I'm just, as a business owner, you got to make these things right immediately. So I stopped editing, as you can see, I guess, because I'm filming. But real quick, we're just going to go ahead and slap these in a box, and I'm going to get them out to him. So, brother, I'm so sorry. 2-day shipping coming out to you now. Now it's time to go ahead and load up the parcel box, and I forgot the kids' booster chairs were in here in case my mother needed them for the children over the weekend. But here it is. UPS knows to pick up from the left, and USPS picks up from the right. I'm very fortunate in that the USPS Postal Service is unbelievable with this. They come and they pick packages up every day, but I've got my UPS driver's phone number, and I just text him when I need a pickup. He comes right to the door. It's absolutely incredible. And I want to thank both of those carriers for helping me along this journey. And here's the kind of behind the camera of a mess that nobody really ever sees. And I know it happens. So yeah, things are a bit messy, but I'm going to show you a couple interesting ideas that I've got, and who knows? Okay, so this first idea, basically, these are, they're not on the market yet. These are French cleat shelving that basically are made of quarter-inch material. So there's a little piece in the middle here that gets wasted. At least I thought it was. So I have this idea where I'm going to take a bunch of them, and I mean a bunch. There's a bunch back there too. Take a bunch of them and make something decorative. That's the idea. This table's kind of a hodgepodge of all these different waste pieces where I'm going to try to make something a little bit decorative. And hey, check this out. I actually made a few thin rip push sticks for Michael. You might recognize this guy. More on that later. But this is a little bit typical, kind of behind the camera. You never kind of see the mess. And also, one more thing as well. This is the clamp hog. If you remember, I'll post a picture of it right there. This thing holds squeeze clamps, spring clamps. And I have a new version coming out that doesn't require as much material. And there's a bit of a name change too. It's called the Clamp-U-Pine. At least that's what I'm gonna go with. Stay tuned for that as well. Okay, so we've got our materials here that I use for all the digital fabrication. A couple things. It's time to replenish. That's where all of the wood is. I'm basically gonna just cut this down actually now because I need to fill this back up, stay in business. And also right above it is a cantilevered shelf with some of the, I think you saw a video about this where I actually stood on this shelf as well. These are all the thin materials to go on the laser, the Laguna Smart Shop Laser EX. Really good laser, really powerful, love it. But one of the funnier things that happened, let me show you this. So this is the new iteration of the clamp hog, or Clamp-U-Pine as we're gonna call it. I know this is kind of a crazy video, but the interesting part is that these waste pieces that come out of these holes right here are pretty awesome, like stir sticks, and I have a ton of them. So for resin, like Total Boat, best resin in the game, paint, whatever you want. I mean, I'm actually collecting a bunch of these to just use around the shop, which is kind of awesome because I'm trying to work on not wasting so much. And again, the project that I showed you where I'm gonna make something out of the waste of something I would have just thrown away, hey, why not? So, but for now, let's get cutting. So before the kids get home, it's now time to break all this material down. I like to do the really loud operations while they're away at school, and this is definitely one of them. Running the machine, running the saw, for sure. Not a big fan of having the kids in the shop when you're doing that. And guess what? Oh, kids are home. Kids are home. You wanna say hi?
Hi.
Hey, buddy.
Hey there.
This is my son. He is a bundle of just everything perfect in the world. Hi.
Hi.
Okay. Let's go. Come on out. All right. Let's go inside. What do you say?
Okay.
Oh, there's a dog.
No. 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 Yay.
Yo, bro. I thought we were going inside. No? So, I mean, where do I start, really? This has been kind of an interesting video, to say the least. Been dealing with quite a bit with Bank of America, as luck would have it. So I've got a big changeover coming up first of the year. And basically, I have a separate account, a separate LLC that was getting compromised through somebody in New York after getting multiple cards ordered. They had access to the account somehow. I ended up decommissioning the entire account, and that was, well, you know, I mean, it's kind of a pain, as you've probably been through that yourself. So lots of changes coming up here first of the year, and this is kind of a between the videos video kind of thing. I hope you guys have enjoyed this so far. About to pop into the shop now. Actually, let's go ahead and hang out there now, because I mean, why not? You see this right here? It's fail safe for the kiddos, right? Not sure if you remember a couple videos back when my son got in there and let the pillow machine just run and run and run. Yeah. So I've got pillows for days. Pretty crazy stuff. So actually heading up to the shop now, and gonna finish this thing off, and yeah, it's been fun. So let's go. A little bit more behind the scenes stuff. This is the orbital sander holder in its 1/4 inch pass form. Basically do 2 passes with a 1/4 inch bit and then finish it off with an 1/8 of an inch bit. Not going to do that today. Probably going to wrap that up tomorrow. But I got to get some of these new clamp holders kind of wrapped up and ready to go. Tomorrow I'll probably be taking pictures of these for the website. But hey, you got to be ready for what comes, right? Pretty cool. Okay, we're all cleaned up, and I'm just going to leave this video here for now. And, you know, there's a couple things I want to say as well before we wrap this up. I am doing a maker meetup here at the shop. I'm doing the whole thing through Instagram. There's more details on it. I'm not going to give you any details here. If you follow me on Instagram, there's a reel or a post about it. Basically, there's a lot of anonymity on YouTube, so I just can't really do things through this platform because I really don't know who people are. And again, that's one of the prerequisites. You need to have a profile that's active on Instagram so I can kind of know who you are, see what's going on in your life in order for you to come here and hang out this Friday. It's going to be a fun time for sure. And just looking for the great camaraderie as we all makers have when we go to any event. Not that this is an event, but it should be a lot of fun. So if you're in the 904 area code in Jacksonville and you are on Instagram and you're an active maker member, you know, hit me up. There's an RSVP option in the post about all that. So anyway, looking forward to it. One other thing, as you see, we got all cleaned up. I have an abundance of cutoffs, also known as offcuts by normal people. And so I'm really just, like I said, I'm trying to figure out ways to use them. I'm really excited about what this is going to turn into, and this is going to be really cool. But I have some 7-inch in diameter circles. I have about, I don't know how many this is, probably like 130 of those, and along with just a ton of, oh my goodness. Yeah, I mean, just a ton of stuff. This is probably not even half of it. I've thrown some things away, but there's got to be a use for them, right? So any suggestions down below would be awesome. And yeah, appreciate you guys staying to the end. It really do. Very much means a lot to me, and I hope everybody's doing well. And you guys have a great night, and I will see you, who knows, maybe tomorrow, maybe not. I don't know. I don't know if I like this format, but I do want to know your feedback. Do you? Let me know below. See you.